Hello movie buffs, my name is Steve aka NJMovieFreak, and today we're going to talk about one of my favorite guilty pleasures. Not every film that I watch is thought-provoking. I occasionally like just to sit back and watch some mindless comedies. Being born and raised in New Jersey, I'm kind of biased towards celebrities that come from the Garden State. Some of my favorites are Danny DeVito, Joe Pesci, Queen Latifah, Lou Costello, Jack Nicholson, and Kevin Smith. Jersey is also home to some of the best diners in the USA, and known for its Taylor ham. That's right, I said Taylor ham. This is North Jersey. Over the years, I've also listened to the Howard Stern show, and one of my favorite sidekicks was Artie Lange. Artie Lange struggled with addiction for years and was in and out of rehab, but still managed to star in funny movies such as Dirty Work, Elf, and one of my guiltiest pleasures, Beer League. Beer League is a 2006 comedy written by Frank Sebastiano and Artie Lange, and directed by Frank Sebastiano. It stars Artie Lange, Ralph Macchio, Carlo Bueno, Jerry Minor, Seymour Cassell, and Laurie Metcalf. When the film premiered, it was a box office failure, with the movie only being released into 164 theaters for 2 weeks. However, one critic, Brian Orndorff of eFilmCritic.com, stated that Beer League is not for tender ears, but more for the beer-bellied, rascally rule breaker in all of us, and most importantly, there's a great chance something in here will make you laugh. It's true because it's not a film for everyone, much like Beer Fest or Strange Brew. Beer League was released into theaters on September 15, 2006, 15 years ago. If you haven't seen it by now, spoilers! Artie DeVanzo is an unemployed drunk who lives with his mom and can never hold down a job or girlfriend for long. He spends his days playing slow-pitch softball with his buddies Maz and Johnny for Ed's Bar and Swill. Their arch rival is Manganelli Fitness, led by hot-headed ladies' man Dennis Manganelli. After the teams brawl during the first game of the season, the town's police chief decides whatever team finishes best in the league that season can still play in the league, and whichever team loses is gone. After a night out with his pals, he ends up at a diner for late-night food where he sees an old flame, Linda Salvo, out with her friends. Artie leaves his friend Maz and starts some small talk with Linda, which results in a one-night stand. At first, Linda is disgusted and annoyed that she let herself fall into another meaningless encounter, but Artie decides to actually try to attempt a more meaningful relationship with her. Ed's team, traditionally the league doormat of drunks, decides to actually practice in an attempt to beat out Manganelli and stay in the league. The team begins to win qualifying matches in order to get into the championship game against the defending champions Manganelli Fitness. However, in the days leading up to the championship game, Dirt, the team pitcher and captain, collapses and dies from a heart attack. After the funeral, the rest of the team drink heavily in tribute to Dirt before they play in the championship game scheduled that afternoon. Manganelli's team quickly builds a 10-0 lead over their inebriated opponents, leaving the last out of the season resting on Artie's shoulders. Dennis pitches, and Artie launches a solo bomb over the fence in left field that quickly builds the team's confidence and starts a scoring streak against Manganelli Fitness. The batting lineup finally comes back to Artie with the last out. Manganelli pitches, and Artie hits the ball to right field where nobody is stationed. All three base runners come home, and as the ball is thrown away, Artie races home in an attempt to tie the score. Artie and Dennis have a collision at the plate, but Manganelli hangs on to the ball for the final out with a 10-9 victory. Number 1. During the scene where Artie and Linda are out on a date, Artie mentions that his father died when he was young and that he used to work as a longshoreman. In real life, following the death of his father, Artie's first job was as a longshoreman and then became a taxi driver to help support his family. Number 2. Daniel Tay, who portrays the young, foul-mouthed neighbor to Artie, also appeared in the movie Elf as James Caan's son. For those of you who are good with keeping up with movie trivia, Artie Lange was also in Elf as the gimbal Santa who attacks Buddy the Elf.
You sit on a throne of lies.
Look, I'm not kidding. You're a fake. I'm a fake?
Yes.
How'd you like to be dead?
Oh.
Number 3. Being a connoisseur of amusement parks and Jersey Shore spots, a part of the film was shot on the Seaside Heights Boardwalk. Number 4. Most of the softball scenes where the games were being played were actually filmed in Rutherford, New Jersey at Tamblyn Field. Number 5. Dave, portrayed by actor Joe Latruglio, is asked by his son for a sip of his beer, which is actually a homage to the Bad News Bears, where Walter Matthau offers the team alcohol in celebration after losing the championship game. In Dave's case,
Dad, I'm thirsty. Can I have some?
No. Go steal that little kid's soda.
Number 6. Artie and Lange really got into shape for the film by giving up drugs and doing a steady diet of health-related milkshakes and proper eating. It has been his best shape since Dirty Work with Norm Macdonald more than 8 years earlier.
You're a fat disgrace.
You shut up, fatso.
Hey, watch the name call.
Number 7. At one point in the film, Artie is seen calling girls from his high school days, making references to Union High School in New Jersey, where he actually went to school.
Lisa Riccio,
Monica Nelson.
Danielle Battaglia,
Marisa Salvanto.
Karen Deaver,
Tina Gardner.
Karen Deaver.
Pinky Calabria. You just said Karen Deaver.
Well, we did it more than once.
Okay, I guess we're done here, bro. Because you're out of names, and I got like 50 more.
Number 8. Scott Baio originally auditioned for the role of Maz. After casting Ralph Macchio, Baio was considered for another role because producers felt it would be too much to have two icons of the 80s in the film. Number 9. If you watch closely in the beginning of the film, where you see the inside of Manganelli Fitness, one of the writers and actors in SNL appear at the front desk.
And another dumb slut gets herpes.
Number 10. Some of you folks who love to go diner hopping or are from Lyndhurst might recognize the diner Artie and his friends frequent in the film called Colonial Diner, located on 27 Orient Way in Lyndhurst, New Jersey. Bonus fact. Some time ago, I met Artie Lange at a book signing at Bookends in Ridgewood, New Jersey. Nice guy, but it looked like he just rolled out of bed. In 2013, I also met Mr. Daniel LaRusso, the Karate Kid himself, Ralph Macchio, at a convention. Artie Lange's Beer League can be bought in a couple different formats. You have the DVD, which is a 2-disc collector's edition, the Blu-ray put out by Echo Bridge Home Entertainment, and the Blu-ray put out by MVD Visual. Now I know what you're thinking. Why do you have so many copies of the same movie? As I said earlier in this review, this is one of my guilty pleasures, and I do collect movie paraphernalia, so there you go. Today I'm going to talk specifically about the Echo Bridge Home Entertainment release of the Blu-ray. You have the feature commentary with Artie Lange and Frank Sebastiano, Beer Goggles Short, the unrated trailer, Beer League Behind the Scenes, Live from Cine Vegas, Artie Lange behind the scenes of the Jimmy Kimmel Live show and the Best Damn Sports Show, in the studio with Artie, Jokes and Ringtones, Raw Interviews, and Beer League Photo Gallery. Like I said earlier, it's not a film for everyone, but if you're looking for a mindless comedy and you have a beer handy, maybe 2, maybe 3, heck, maybe even a 6-pack, definitely pick up this movie on Blu-ray. You will have a hell of a good time. As I did in my last review for Fast Times at Ridgemont High, I talked about how great the soundtrack was and how all those 80s artists got onto it. Beer League is actually not far from it. Not the same or not better, but not too far from it. You have the James Gang, Guided by Voices, Average White Band, Govett Mule, BTO, Leonard Skinnard, Edgar Winter, Mountain, and Molly Hatchet. This really is a film full of rock and roll. That, like I said, not a film for everybody, but the Blu-rays and the soundtrack kick ass. I would give this movie 3 out of 5 stars. The film was filled with comedy, relationship issues, drinking, mass cussing, and all the drama that might go along with growing up in North Jersey. This film was not for everyone, but if you're a Jersey native like me, you might appreciate the filming location and all the nods to the local places mentioned in the movie.
You shave your body hair, wear Speedos down the shore, and root for the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, that's America's team, ass.
Not in Jersey, ass. We grew up 15 minutes from Giant Stadium. You're a Cowboys fan?
If you like this video, click on that subscribe button below. Give it a like, give it a share. Turn on those notifications so you can stay up to date with all new videos, news, updates, podcasts, etc. Please also follow me on Instagram. I really appreciate everyone for watching this video. If you have any questions, any comments, please leave them in the comments section below and I'll get to them as soon as I can. I want to give a big shout out to my newest subscriber, which made it 50 subscribers, yak.ekaterina_ on Instagram. Thank you so much for subscribing and your continued support. Thank you all again so much for watching and have a great day. It stars Artie, Lange, Ralph Macchio, Carlo Buono, Jerry Minor, Seymour Cassell, and Laurie Metcalf. When it premiered, it was a box office However, one critic, Brian Orndorff of eFilmCritic.com, stated that Beer League is not for tender ears, but more for the beer-bellied, rascally rule breaker in all... I screwed that one up.
What are you doing with that roller coaster when I saw you advertising?
What roller coaster one?
It said roller coaster from 70-something.
Oh no, that was just showing that I have over 1,000 viewings on my first video, and I want people to keep it up and keep subscribing.
Oh, that was the first one you did?
Yes, it was. I did it last October.
Oh, okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That was you and Mommy's favorite movie.
It was. Number 2. Daniel For those of you who are good with I gotta make this faster. I gotta make this faster. Daniel Tay, who portrays the foul-mouthed neighbor. Now it's going too fast. Daniel Tay, who... Number 1. During the scene where Artie and Linda are out on a date, Artie mentions that his father died when he was young, and that he... I'm recording a video! Artie mentions that his father died when he was young, and that he used to be a longshoreman. It is so hot in here. During the scene where Artie and Linda are out on a date, Artie mentions that his father died when he was young, and that because... I'm not even halfway through this review. Halfway through, and I'm still screwing up. Most of the football scenes where the games were played were actually filmed at Rutherford, New Jersey, and Tamblyn Field. Most of the softball scenes where the games were being... Nope, not liking this. Dave, portrayed by actor Joe Latruglio, is asked by his son for a sip of beer, which is a bit of a homage to the Bad News Bears, where Walter... Oh my gosh, Walter Matthau! Artie Lange really got into shape for the film by giving up drugs and doing a steady diet of health-related milkshakes and proper eating. It has been his best Yes.